T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
That is right, Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. And wow, I am shocked. There was a lot that happened. Let me say something.
Are you?
We finna get right into it. Santana, how you feeling?
I feel great. Honestly, I'm happy. You know, it was a very nice, interesting Monday Night Raw. You know, some returns, some interesting endings, some new beginnings. There was a lot of shit talking tonight. I will say that.
It was. And let's just get right to it. So after, obviously, they get their victory at Crown Jewel, they retain their championships. Mm-hmm. The Usos, accompanied, of course, by their brother Solo, get to the ring. You know, they're having their little celebration party, and they are interrupted quickly by the New Day. Whew. You know, the New Day basically, in so many words, said that you, the Usos, including Solo and Roman, have really been on the coattails of your uncles and your fathers and your cousins and everybody. Now,
but then you got the Usos saying that, well, you know, you don't understand what it's like to have to live up to a name, you know,
right.
saying like their family, and you know, you never been in a room with my uncle, you never been in a room with my father, you know what I'm saying? You don't understand the pressure that we have, you know, to build our own name while having a legacy of a family like this.
And that is true, because building yourself from no legacy is just as tough as having to carry on a legacy.
Yeah,
we see that a lot in WWE with different superstars and stuff. But why in the hell was Riddle involved in this? And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I was expecting Big E to come out, because I think he's kind of going to be like Bailey. And I think he's going to like surprise everyone. But this confused me to have Riddle out here, though, to be honest. It really did.
Yeah. I can tell you, it's like the next slide over, going to let you know exactly how I felt while looking at Riddle being out here.
Oh. So is this the same for Sammy?
Very much the same for Sammy.
Wow.
It's always like that for those who are not a part of
The
the community.
right.
It
Right.
always
Right.
looks like that. It's like, why are you here? Like this here. Why are we here?
I thought that this match was going to be a main eventer. Now I know why in the hell it wasn't. Obviously. But then we get a 6-man tag match between all of the people in the ring, Lord Jesus. And of course,
People in the
I mean,
ring is crazy.
who thought they were going to lose?
I don't know. Somebody did. I mean, some people thought maybe it would have been nice for them to lose. So that, I mean, that's just say they haven't lost before.
Yeah.
They've been pinned before, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just all to say, like, well, you know, they of course they have their
Oh. Come on with the barefoot wrestlers. You got 2 of them now.
you do. Well, so one is barefoot. The
Yeah.
other one is like ankle sprained barefoot. You know.
There it is. I'm sure Roman's going to be pretty proud of that. Who also seems very proud at this moment is JBL. He seems pretty excited about what he's doing with Baron Corbin, of course. Now, the funny thing about this is we haven't seen Cedric Alexander on TV in a while. Did you think this was unfortunate for him to be taking the loss to Baron Corbin?
Well, I mean, Cedric coming back on screen and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, he's been holding down main event for a minute now.
Right.
He did lose to Carmelo when Carmelo was on main event, so which was like, okay. And then, you know, finally have a little something TV time, you know, just to show off a little bit of something against Baron Corbin. It seems like, I mean, it's not like Baron Corbin is facing people that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? It may not be people that are like on some type of superstar pedestal,
Or
you know what I'm
getting
saying? Which said, yeah, like Cedric Alexander could have been. He was at one point when they had the Hurt business going around, but now that they don't have it anymore and they kind of like scrapped it, like forgot about it, all this and that. It just seems as if like he's kind of been holding down main event, and then you know if he needs to be utilized, and he needs to be utilized. And I just feel like as of right now, I mean, this is just a match for him to be utilized, just to and he's not a easy opponent. I will say that, like he's very tough in the ring. He's very acrobatic. He does a lot. And I mean, with someone like Baron, you know, Corbin, you know, who has to coming off of a losing streak and constantly almost about to sit back to where he was once before, you know, you get picked up by JBL, and now you have to work your way back up to becoming this new modern day version wrestling god. You know, so he has to kind of work on living up to that name, especially if it's given to someone like JBL.
That's a good point. I think Cedric Alexander is an amazing talent. I think he's in the wrong company. Now that could change, but I just think he would do. I see him like, and maybe this is not what people want to do, but like, I just feel like he would get more exposure if he wasn't in WWE. But that could change. Who knows? And then, of course, Seth Rollins comes out, and he's supposed to have an open challenge. But then he's joined in the ring with, Judgment Day comes to the ring.
Yeah.
He's joined in the ring with Finn Balor. And Finn had some very interesting words for Seth. But it seemed like Finn shouldn't be worried about an open challenge, according to AJ Styles. OC comes down and confronts the Judgment Day. And of course, this is Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. Everybody, this is Mia Yim. This is not Thursday nights.
I mean, to be honest, it was very much WWE Impact Wrestling on Access TV.
Very much TNA Impact Wrestling meets New Japan, honestly, at that point.
It's a hella crossover happening.
It's crazy. It's so crazy because we're talking about Mia Yim,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a totally different promotion, totally different faction. And honestly, it's not even the same look.
She looks good though. I'm not even
She
gonna
looks
lie. Like
really
she
good.
looks really good. And I actually was not expecting her to be brought back in this way,
Me
like
neither.
at all whatsoever. I was not expecting it, but I feel like it works.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy it. Well, not enjoy it, but I like it, and I just it's just the fact of having Mia Young back on my TV screen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people did some people really did thought that it
Uh,
was Sasha Banks because they saw blue hair.
that
But
sucks. And you
Sasha
know what's
doesn't change
crazy?
her
I saw her face
hair.
and I automatically was like, yeah, that's Mia. Like,
I was like, she looked really good, and I'm very ecstatic and happy that she is back. You know, in WWE. I don't care where Mia Young goes. I
yeah.
was happy to see her because I feel like she's a great asset to the women's division. It's like, damn, Raw women's division keeps getting stacked and stacked and stacked, and now it's like, well, SmackDown. You know, I see you guys are working on a few things, but I
Yeah.
need you to work a little
You
bit
know what's
better.
very interesting about Mia Yim too is since her return to Impact, she's been consistent.
She has.
She's been consistently on a show every week. And even though the crowd was a little, there are a lot of people who watch WWE who watch Indies, who watch Impact, and they
Mhm.
know who Mia Yim is, even now more than ever, because she really did. Like, she didn't do a title reign or anything like that,
Mhm.
but her presence in the Knockouts division was very heavy.
Yeah. It
And
definitely.
having her in WWE, I don't know. I wonder if she's gonna get in War Games. It's gonna be very interesting to see.
Mhm.
Um, but you know, it's gonna be it's gonna be very interesting. I know. Speaking of Charlotte, I know when she did her second NXT run, she wanted to face Mia Yim and Candice LeRae and Io, and she didn't get to face anyone but Io.
Mhm.
Um, so it's gonna be very interesting. I hope she goes to Raw. We also had this weird match um, between Otis and was this Elias?
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations to Otis on the victory. This was very pointless. And then we get to the Judgment Day again because listen, the Judgment Day, they are going to continue to be in the show all night long.
Mhm.
You're going to see them all night long. And Rhea doesn't seem too excited about Mia Yim. Um, and then as they're walking, whew, this is just like there's so much history.
But
There's
there's
so
so
much
much unfinished business though. Like y'all
unfinished.
owe us this match. To be
Yeah.
honest, like this whole match got scraped because I think not Mia, but because Rhea was sick or something, and then they kind of just like forgot about it. And I guess maybe somewhere down the line, once I guess Bianca is like probably truly done with Bailey and this whole damage control thing, and maybe damage control can go to SmackDown and Bailey can do some shit with Ronda because obviously Ronda doesn't have an opponent or some shit like that, you know.
I
But
think Rhea could win the Royal Rumble though, to be honest.
I
Like I
mean,
really think she
good.
could, power that she has with
Mhm.
Judgment Day. She's for someone who doesn't get into the ring, she is very much at the top of the list when it comes to the division.
She
Not
is.
Raw or SmackDown, just period. And then if you look down at Raw,
Mhm.
Rhea's there. Rhea
Yeah,
is consistently there.
she is.
So it's good to see this matchup. Of course, they had some one of my favorite one of my favorite NXT matches is between these two when Rhea was the champion and she
Mhm.
was defending her championship against Bianca Belair. before WrestleMania, and Charlotte comes out and attacks them both. And we all know how that ended. But I would love to see this. Like, this is magic in the making. But I do think that what they're doing with Rhea is working. And of course, Bianca doesn't come to the ring alone. She has Asuka and Bliss, the new losing, let me say.
Well, former tag team champion.
Yeah, former champions. I don't know. This isn't a good look for me. I really think they should be holding, and I don't know what's gonna happen. And I don't know.
Confusing. Like, it was just like, well, what was the point of having them win it and then lose it? Because I think they were playing on the minds of, okay, well, none of Damage Control is holding titles, right?
Right.
Okay, we get the Saudi, boom. Dakota and Io win their titles back, right? Boom. Bayley has to win automatically. It did not turn out that way. And a lot of people were like, well, now Bayley just kind of like there, like Damage Control, Io, and Dakota are holding the titles and shit, you know what I'm saying? And Bayley's not holding anything. She barely even said anything tonight, to be honest. Like, she was kind of like not really doing much. She was like, Dakota was talking more. I mean, we got a little back and forth between Io and Asuka.
Yep.
I don't know what they said, but sound like bark, and then Io called her a bitch, and here we are. And Bailey just saying
a mess, girl.
Nikki comes out, not Nikki here, but like Nikki Cross comes out. Nikki Cross comes out, and the rest is.
That's the problem, because at this point, Nikki really is benefiting from all of this.
Mm-hmm. She is,
because we're just gonna forget that she attacked Bayley.
Well, I guess Bayley tried to make it. Bayley did talk to her last week, and maybe they came to some kind of agreement. I mean, well, she did, and I mean,
what are your because before we move on to back to the men, what were your thoughts on the match that Bayley and Bianca had, and the match? Well, I'm going to be honest. The tag team match was a good match, but whatever. But with Bayley and Bianca, what were your thoughts on that last Women's Standing match?
I'm glad they had a proper match without any interference, unlike the tag team titles match. Because the tag team titles match was going really good. It really was. And when I saw Nikki Cross come out in the six, I was like, yeah, that's it. But I'm glad nobody, because they could have came out and assist Bayley with Bianca. Yeah. They really could have. But then again, that would have caused Asuka and Alexa to come out. But then again, you still got Nikki Cross lingering in the background.
Yeah.
So I feel like Bayley and Bianca put on a really good match. It was very lengthy. Yeah. It was a lot of things transpiring. It was nice to see them really, embody the last woman standing match, because Bayley has that experience in there.
Absolutely.
And Bianca's first one, to be exact. And I mean, she did a great job. Her and Bayley had a great match. I thought maybe this concludes, Bayley and Bianca, but obviously we're not gonna get past that now. We still have War Games to worry about.
And they will have Bayley and Bianca. Bayley will be the greatest feud that Bianca has had thus far in her career. There's so much history, and I know it. People would say, "Oh, what about Becky?" Blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean that's true. Becky did, but Bayley and Bianca have been the same character throughout their entire feud, and they have a lot of stipulations.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that at some point we're gonna get to an I Quit match. I think that's gonna be a stipulation, or we go back to the sale. Who knows? But I definitely think something's gonna happen. We had a match between Shelton Benjamin and Austin Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Theory getting the victory here. I don't listen. We'll get into it because this is Women's Wrestling Talk Show. That match was good, but it was snooze fest. Okay, Miz, honey, listen. You caught, baby. Like, you really caught in 4K. Like,
with the universal remote. Mm-hmm.
this is just for the sports entertainers. Wait, they had a match?
Yeah, they had a match. Their match was supposed to happen before they had this whole promo thing going on. They had announced they were going to have a match.
Okay. Miz, he won?
Yeah, he won.
Okay. Listen,
Yeah. I was like, where were you?
I was listening. I had to pick one match.
Where is he?
I had to do one match. I had to pick one match to do my final, and baby, where
did she go?
Because baby, it is finals week. Last day of this is November 18th. I'm trying to get my shit together. Yes, I was on my script. I do remember when I looked. So Dexter Loomis was hitting me in the back.
This is hilarious. I can't.
Yeah.
As soon as we're gonna put out the remote, I went to do dishes. Y'all didn't. How many dishes did you have? Because that was a long little video thing.
It was. That's why I chose. But enough about the men.
Between Otis and Elias match.
That was too early because I was too scared. Like I wanted to time it. Like I had to make sure. Like okay, when Miz started talking, I was like in and out, and then once it was revealed on what he did, I was like, okay, I didn't even know they had I had no idea they had a match. When I looked up, he was getting hit in the back, and I was like, oh damn. But anyway, like I said, this is Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet, and that is our focus. Okay, 24/7 championship match. I knew what I was getting myself into when I saw this. Nikki Cross is getting a revamp. They're gonna do my girl Dana. Listen. I ain't gonna say hashtag justice for Dana because we don't use that for the white women. This is
they use it for Sammy.
That's disrespectful.
What?
They used it for Sammy. Sammy tried to use it for himself. We're gonna say I just need more for Dana Brooke. Like I really do. Because obviously Nikki Cross, after winning the championship, she has no respect for herself, and she has no respect for the history of the 27 championship because she's a mad damn loser. She misses. She tries to throw the title in the garbage can. She misses. Good job, Nikki. Way to be an asshole. Because this is what I got from it. Honestly, it really just grinds my gears how Dana. Yeah, they did. They really made Dana look stupid.
It's been weeks before. It's been weeks since we, saw Dana defend her title and everything, or whatever we've seen. On
TV because she's been on Main Event with Kiana James, and they've been putting on.
Did she defend her title there?
Yeah, she's been defending her title on Main Event. And she's lost her title on Main Event. And then she won it back. And then she's been feuding with Kiana James for a while now. They've had a couple matches.
Okay, so it's been a while since we've seen Dana Brooke defend this title.
On TV.
In our faces.
Yeah, on TV. That's what I was saying about Cedric.
Main event, though. That's the thing.
That's what I was saying about Cedric. We were talking about Cedric earlier. That's what I was saying on TV. Cedric's been on Main Event too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's been holding it down.
On TV, yeah.
Yeah, everybody read the spoilers on Main Event, so you want to go there and watch it.
I don't even know. I don't even keep up with Main Event ever.
It comes on a Thursday. That's all I know.
Yeah, I never keep up with it. And then we get another interaction with, of course, Mia Yim returning, basically saying she's gonna hold it down for the OC. So, personally, I want to see what this is gonna, you know, if she can really take out Rhea, because I really don't think so.
Do what?
I don't think she's gonna take out Rhea.
I don't know.
I think she's gonna take out Dominic. Honestly,
Well, anybody can do that.
that is true.
The weakest one. Child.
That is true.
I don't
Can't
think
do-
that-
But here we are, you guys. This is just like, okay, we get back to the open challenge, right?
Mhm.
Seth Rollins is being a champion that he wants to defend. He wants to be noted as the greatest United States champion, but also the greatest champion on Raw on Monday nights, because he is Monday Night Rollins, the Messiah, Seth freaking Rollins. You know what I'm saying? He's the legend. I get a girl. I'll give Seth his flowers.
Girl, wow.
I get a girl flowers. Sethiana.
Oh,
Sethiana.
Sethiana, okay.
Okay. But we get back to this.
Oh, the girl's gonna be mad.
Yeah, definitely mad.
I mean, he dressed like one of the girls.
Baby, he is very sassy and very zesty.
Very, very
I mean,
sexy.
he's like in the mirror, like, I'm him.
I'm her.
I'm him.
She. Take a pic.
Okay, no more. All right. So cool. We get down to the woo the woo, and Bobby Lashley brought his ass out here. Now,
before that though, because the way that Bobby attacked Mustafa Ali, I don't appreciate that. Like, I don't appreciate that, because first of all, Mustafa Ali was gonna be the one to answer this challenge, but Bobby was like, "Hell no, get your ass in the back." And he came up there and he really attacked Mustafa Ali backstage. And I mean, Mustafa tried to fight back, but Bobby's very upset the fact that, you know, he lost to Brock Lesnar in that cheap way, you know, or Mickey way for those who watch Twitch. You know, it was a very Mickey Mouse Clubhouse victory that Brock Lesnar got. You know what I'm saying? To those who were not fond of it, but to those who were actually laughing. Well, you know, Nikki. But you know, it is what it is on that though, you know.
I mean, listen, I don't want him to get I want him to get like beat up like that. But listen, let me just be honest. Baby, if you were gonna make it down to the ring, you weren't gonna win the match.
He really got snatched. He really got snatched the hell up. I'm telling you. Ali got snatched up like when your mama tell you not to touch nothing in the store. That's how snatched up he got.
Because he got the straight backs. He got the straight backs too, and it's funny as hell. Personally, I don't know. Listen, Bobby is on a tangent. Like, he is really upset about just everything that's going on. You know, this time, you know, I would say like 2 years ago, you say, I guess, Bobby Lashley was the champion, right? Or was that last year?
It was last year.
Okay, well.
But he was also champion earlier this year, though.
He was. And I think that he's just coming to a place where he's like, fuck this. Like, I'm tired of being nice. I'm still going to do some babyface shit, but I'm going to beat the shit out of everybody. And I hope Strowman is his next opponent. Like, the way y'all really just brought this stinking ass, y'all done brought him back is just crazy to me.
Well, he
but
on SmackDown though, so
I know you have to deal with that.
Oh,
SmackDown? He's on SmackDown. That's right. You'll be at NWA.
I'll be at a Kickback Friday.
Oh well, that's true. I forgot that's not the 12th.
Welcome to Forever, y'all. They come out Friday too. So
yes.
wear your white. Wear your white.
I'm going to the movies early as hell.
Subscribe early.
Probably like during the day because I'm off. I want to go before like hell yeah, like probably like matinee.
12, 11 a.m.
Nah, matinee now is like certain whatchamacallit, it'd be like you can get 30% off tickets before 5 o'clock.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's
They
crazy.
do
I
it.
don't know if they do that here, but
Yeah, they do it a lot. So
shout out
plus
to
I ain't even been to the movies since like forever. So I do want to go to the movies. But
this movie. I love it.
maybe won't make it to the movies is Seth Rollins. Jesus Christ. Bobby Lashley literally like I don't even think there was an actual end to the match. Was this the end to the match?
No. Well, it was the end of the match for Bobby.
Right. No, I know that.
Yeah, because Bobby went on about his business, but somebody else came out and was saying that, well, you
Here
know,
we are. So for some reason,
mhm,
Austin Theory thought it would be clever,
mhm.
substantial, however you want to say it, to cash in tonight on the United States Championship
He did.
on Seth Rollins, though. What in your clinical mind? Boo.
Like,
Would
why?
ever, why would you ever think that it is okay to make history?
Well, he thought
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
tonight he would be able to make history. You know, Seth is down. He got beat the hell out of him by Bobby. And so now this is an opportunity to take advantage of the situation and really let Theory win in a dead ass crowd like Pennsylvania. Because they was dead all night. And I don't even know why y'all even showed up, to be honest. Y'all could have just stayed at home and watched this on TV. This could have been a Superdome, if you want to put in my prediction. Because all y'all there was like boring as hell.
And there it is. Now he tries to go for the pedigree, and then he does the pedigree, and then Seth keeps kicking out and stuff.
They really could have, I agree. They really could have let him cash in on Braun, but here we are.
That would have been nice.
It would have made sense. I mean, you foreshadowed it. It would have just been perfect, but
Here we are. They're tired of it. They're sick of it. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Hell, Austin Theory might get released. Who knows? But Bobby comes out and Bobby helps assist with Austin Theory unsuccessfully cashing in on the United States Championship on a Monday Night Raw in November
Pennsylvania.
in Pennsylvania.
A dead ass crowd like Pennsylvania. I hope they never go back.
It's still your champion.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It really did.
And that's Monday Night Raw, you guys.
It was terrible. I mean,
Terrible. But it was good. It was really good show.
Could have been done. I just like. I mean, it wasn't a bad show. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of twists and turns and different things like that happening, but I knew that man was not going to be successful at cashing in. It didn't matter who he went up against. I just knew that he wasn't going to be successful. But I wasn't expecting him to do a cash in on a mid card title. Really wasn't. Like, I guess because people were really just kind of waiting to expect to see, if he was going to cash in on Roman or whoever is going to be holding the title then and whatnot. And I thought that what the rumors were the fact that he was supposed to be holding this Money in the Bank briefcase for like a whole year or whatever. Yeah. And you guys decided that today would be the time for him to cash in. And I feel like it should have been something different. Like cashing in on a mid card is surprising because it's never happened before. And it's just like, okay. And well, he got what he got, and
he did.
Who knows when the next time we'll see Theory?
I don't know what's gonna happen next. Maybe he'll go to NXT. Watch, he'll go to NXT and then he'll win the title.
Literally.
Crazy. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a lot of people in tonight, kept it at a good rate. We really appreciate that. Thank you for supporting. We were having some issues with the website, so make sure you check that out because has it been updated?
It has. Let me check because I haven't been on there for it in a second to look. But
Other than that, of course, when it comes to Santana, you guys can Google her.
okay, it's back up now. It's back
The
up now.
website is back up, so make sure you
Okay,
check.
no, it's not.
Just get.
I mean, it's up, but just we'll let you know when it's back up. Right now,
Just
it's still stupid.
Bear with us. Of course, you can Google Santana. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and we will be here. Oh my gosh! On Thursday night, we have a really big card. Giselle Shaw will be facing off with Jordan Grace for her first ever singles championship match for the Impact Knockouts World Championship. We also have Mickie James and Chelsea Green. I was going to call her Giselle Shaw again. Chelsea Green is planning to take out Mickie James. And then we also have Trey Miguel and Speedball. So, very exciting. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to follow. And of course, this is Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Until next time, like our CEO would say, ciao, y'all.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.